Pam's last day is Friday. That's it.
Wow, that's crazy.
She's packing her room tomorrow. She's bringing all the stuff she's bringing home.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the like family pictures and like photo albums of her past classes and stuff. Because she's
pretty real.
I know because she's like, well, you got all the shows tomorrow night. Like you'll be doing your thing till like 7. So she's like, I'll stay late tomorrow night. It's like good idea. Hey Tim, he's a principal. Speaking of education, appreciate him listening over on Instagram. If I was going back into teaching, I'd work with Tim because he does it the right way. He's a great educator.
I really liked Emily's new principal. Like he came in like her sophomore year, and he's just been like really good and like no BS with like some of the stuff that like annoys you with like parents like calling kids out all the time for like just to go to lunch with them. I don't know. Like I like what he's been doing, so I'm gonna miss that guy, but. I like a good principal.
When you get a good administrator, man, that is gold. I mean, as a teacher or as a parent, doesn't matter. I mean, awesome.
Yeah. It's kind of wild. So like, they've had so much going on this week. Like the last band performance was Thursday, prom was yesterday, and then like today is like the senior sunset. It's just like
dude, they're hitting you with all.
Why did they claim it? And then tomorrow is like an official senior skip day. And like they were supposed to turn in their devices, the seniors, on Friday. But then we had that tornado and like the school was out of power. So then they missed Friday. So like, I guess they're turning in their devices Tuesday, but like Emily has like one final presentation she has to do. Like I have a feeling like you're not going to end up doing that. Because like last day's Thursday for the seniors.
Let's be like, your grade is what your grade is. And see you later.
I mean, her grades are good.
Yeah, exactly. You're done. Yeah. Tonight, hang on, I'm trying to hit this thing on Twitter real quick. So, just at 4:00 our time, they had what they call the first meal for the cheerleaders. So this is my first senior thing, right? When they announce the cheerleading squad every year, they do it on social media, right? You've seen that, right? They announce it on.
Yeah, so I shared like a few weeks ago. Whatever,
they do it on Instagram Live. So they like tune in at like 3:00 p.m. on a Sunday, and they just drop a video of all the cheerleaders that made the team. I'm like, that's the worst, man. I don't know. You want to wreck kids? But anyway, that's not my call. But so you tune in, you find out if you made the team. Well, if you make the team in normal years, all these other previous years, you rush up to the football field and it's catered and they have football. They have their first meal at the 50 on the football field. Well, it was Easter weekend when they announced the team. So they didn't do it because everybody was with their families.
Mm-hmm.
So they did their first meal at just now at 4:00. So that was their first kind of
nice.
That's our first.
Yeah, it's starting for you now. It's ending for me and starting for you.
I can't deal. I can't deal with all this.
Jason, I played. It was like west of me, so I figured it had to been kind of close to you. And congratulations, by the way, on winning the $25 raffle today. But I played this course called Morrison Lake. I never even heard of Morrison Lake, but it was okay. You could see the lake on a couple of the holes, but where was that? What? It was like in I can't even think of the city right now. He probably knows, but it was past Ionia a little bit.
I saw you on Find My Friends, but I can't remember where it was. I saw you for like a brief second, but
Saranac is where it was.
Yep, I saw that. All right, we should probably start the show. We'll come up with some stuff. All right, let's see here. Hope the phone lines work out on Do Not Disturb. Yep. All right, let's do this. Today's May 18th. Holy cow. Here we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the BOGP Open Line for Sunday night, May 18th, 2025. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Hope you had a great weekend. We're still here. We're standing in the Midwest. Scott had a tornado near him. We had a tornado near me. Hopefully you did not have a tornado near you. Let's get together. Let's talk Disney. We're going to have a good time over the next hour using our new phone number for the second time, 407-584-7173. We're going to talk park hopping. We're going to talk Be Our Guest Podcast Cruise 7. And we're going to talk about whatever is on your mind. So let's have some fun for the next hour. So glad you're here. So glad Scotty G is here, fresh off the golf course and a very busy weekend up in Michigan. Scotty G, what's going on?
Happy Sunday, Mike. Yeah, happy to close out the weekend here with you and chatting with everyone. It was a senior prom here at Okemos High School, so that was a busy event. And then we had a tornado rip through town, like it was officially called a tornado. And then I played some golf today at a new golf course. Get this, Mike, on the ninth hole. I hit this great chip, it's like slowly made its way up to the green, just kind of rolled nicely around the hole. I was like, sweet, I could try to two putt from here because like putting is like one of my weakest. And I hit this great putt and it looks like I have a tap in, so I'm feeling pretty good. And then my brother hits a putt. It goes up to the hole, stops, and rolls right back down to where he was. That happened 5 times in a row for him. And then I missed my putt and I ended up sitting where he was. And then it happened 4 times in a row for me. It was the most ridiculous pin placement for a hole I've ever seen. So,
and what's ironic about that is I saw like 2 or 3 different things on social media this past week about crazy pin placements and I think like college tournaments and, semi-pro tournament. Like this was a thing on social media this past week in like major tournaments about these crazy pin placements where putt would get right up on the edge of the cup and then end up 50 feet away.
It's crazy. I mean, sometimes they'll have these like outings where they call them like the groundskeeper revenge, where they like put them like on ridiculous places. And that's what this hole felt like. Like how me and my brother ended up making the putt, Mike. Like we had to hit it past the hole and just cross our fingers when it rolled back that it was going to be straight with the cup. And that's eventually how we both ended up making it.
That's like shooting it into the clown's nose or something at that
basically.
Point. I mean, if I want to do that, I'm going to Winter Summer.
I mean, yeah, normally that should be fun, right? On the mini golf course. Now when you're trying to break 100 on the real course, man, that was a 5 putt.
Yeah, it's not right. All right, so we're here to talk Disney. So some of the things I want to bring to the table tonight, we're going to talk, continue some of the talk from Friday's show about park hopping and some of those less
resort hopping, not park hopping, resort hopping.
I did it again. I did it on Friday's show and I continued it on Sunday. I can't get it out of my head.
You did it already today. I was going to let it go, but
I know. And I called Mohawk something wrong too.
You called him Shaggy.
Shaggy.
Because I called Mohawk Shaggy in the Discord as a joke. Just.
I thought with the guy at Space Camp whose call sign was Shaggy. That dude was crazy from Texas, but that's a whole nother story. I'm not telling the Shaggy story. He drove a big van. We called it the Shaggin' Wagon. It was crazy because it was like he was like Scooby-Doo. Anyway, it was a long time ago. Yeah. Anyway, so I don't know where we're going with that, but yeah, we're going to talk about resort hopping in some of the places. So if you had a comment on that, give us a call on that. But I wanted to drop just a few things about the podcast cruise for folks that are sailing with us here almost next month. We are very close. We're under 50 days till we get on the Disney Magic on July 6th. We're going to have a great time, 5 nights sailing on the Magic. I can already taste the chicken parm at Palo. Oh, the souffle. Oh, and I've been watching so many vlogs. I know what I'm ordering in every restaurant. I know I'm getting the pasta in the Tangled restaurant because I've seen it on the vlogs, man. And I feel like I'm like right there with the people. Like Scott, when I watch, I already know you guys, so I totally feel like I totally know you already. But it's like some of these families, because they do everything. I'm like, dude, when they get off the ship, I'm like, well,
where are we off to next, family?
No, I do. Am I not going with you? Like, what's going on? Anyway, so like, I'm totally excited to get on the ship.
We're happy to bring you to Hawaii on the next series.
Let's do it. But so one thing I wanted to mention is that I'm starting to work on the dinner, and so we're all going to be seated together on the same rotation in the same part of the restaurants. But if you see all of a sudden on your reservation, because I know our listeners tend to check things a lot, and all of a sudden you see that you are linked with somebody else on your reservation, don't freak out. It's fine. You will probably end up linked with somebody. That is so that we can all because we have to link everybody together so we can all sit in the same part of the restaurants. Nobody's going to control your reservation. Nothing like that. You still have control of your reservation. Nobody else will control yours, but you may be linked with a family or 2. And that's just because of the dinner seating situation. It will not, nobody can control your stuff. They'll be linked to you, but they can't control anything. We do this every podcast cruise. So if you see another family link that you're linked to, don't freak out. It's just for dinner seating purposes. Just wanted to throw that out there. So getting excited. So I'm having an internal debate whether I want to do the aqua dunk or not because of my back. Because I've had a jacked up back. I was talking with Chris Childers, who was the morning guy on Sirius XM radio, big Disney dude. He talks Disney all the time on the Sirius XM morning show. he went down for a golf outing, and I was talking to him. I said, dude, we got to play golf at Disney sometime when I'm down there. We'll do it. So I sent him the video of us where we hit the villa, and he immediately knew we were playing LBV. But when I watched that video I sent him, I was so up and down because my back was so jacked up that time we were there. And it got me thinking that was when my back was at its worst. And I'm thinking, like, do I want to chance it doing the aqua dunk with my back? Because I just think that thing could just screw me up. But I kind of want to do it one time. But I don't know.
I'm kind of with you. Like, I'm sure. Actually, I don't even know if Emily wants to do it. I guess it comes down to if Emily wants to do it, and then I'll probably do it. But even Emily like doesn't like those drop slides like that. Like, she likes thrills, but like that, like she just doesn't like the idea of that. So I'm probably out on it. What about? Oh, Mallory's not coming. That's right. I was gonna ask what Mallory's.
She can't because of cheer. I know she's got cheer. So it's just Pam and I. So yeah, and then no, Pam's not doing it. Like I know. I mean, I don't think I really can't speak for her. She may. Yeah, she probably won't. But and I would like to do it once.
Be like, peace out, I'm retired, bro. And then they like,
exactly. I mean, she may turn over a whole new leaf and be this adventurer at this point. But yeah, I may because
have you seen videos like with people like wearing like a GoPro or something doing it? Or?
I have not. That's a funny thing is that I think here's my hot take on this. I think Disney Cruise Line, and you try new things and you hope it works, right? I think that was a big mistake because I never see people talk about the aqua dunk, and you never see people lined up for it. Because I've watched a lot of vlogs. I've just gotten like hit by this in the last week, like cruise fever, really hard. And anything on YouTube that says Disney Magic, like over the last year, I've tried to watch. And I still have not seen but one person go down the aqua dunk and talk about it. One person out of all these vlogs. I mean, there's been kids, there's been adults, there's teens. Nobody goes down it. And
maybe it's just not popular. Yeah.
It isn't. I don't think. I don't know. I'm shocked. I mean, because it's definitely a demographic because it's not easy like a lazy river. I don't know. I wonder how many of our podcast folks selling with us are planning on aqua dunking.
I don't know. Maybe we should do a bingo card for the cruise, and that could be one of the spots. Find someone in our group that's done the aqua dunk.
That's right. See, now if it is a spot on the bingo card, I will aqua dunk because I'm competitive. See, that would get me on that sucker. But
so the question is, you got to find someone that has done it, right? Isn't that how that would work? But I guess you could help other people's bingo cards.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, and you're right. I mean, Patty says because terrifying and it lasts 2 seconds. See, that's a good combination though, because I like to be scared, but not for I'm gonna be scared for like 17 hours. Like being scared for 2 seconds. Check. That sounds good to me. So that's one of the things I'm curious about. What are you curious about? Because you have not sailed the classic ships. You haven't gone. I haven't been to the Tangled restaurant. Back when I sailed the Magic, it was called Parrot Key. That's how long ago it was. It was a different restaurant. What are you excited about for the Magic that you've seen, or maybe you're kind of staying spoiler free? I don't know how you going.
I've been staying spoiler free. I'm probably, as we get closer, I'll probably start watching a couple things. Because like especially like a Lighthouse Point, I have no idea like what's that about, what's going on there. So I should probably have like a game plan when we get off the ship for that. But the dining is always kind of interesting to me because I've done the Dream and Fantasies. I've done the Dream a lot, and the Dream and Fantasy restaurants are the same. So I'm excited to try some new experiences. But it's the animator's palette. Is that no? What is it called? Yeah. Okay, I was like, did I say it wrong? There's so many like animators and palettes, like at different resorts, even too, like Saratoga. But I'm curious about that because that's the OG one. That's the one where it really like dims the color, right? The color changes, or have they changed that?
No, it's in it. To me, it's gonna. Personally, I think it's the best one. Like,
yeah, I'm excited for that.
It's the oldest, and goes from black and white to color.
And all the videos I used to watch, Mike, like where they would show like Disney Cruise Line, that's what they would show. And then like our first couple times on the Dream, I'm like, I feel like they must not do that anymore. That's an outdated video because like it really does. I don't get that vibe on the Dream class ships, so I'm excited for that. Might get a specially made shirt or order a specialty shirt for that restaurant so that my shirt maybe like lights up. I don't know. I don't even know if that's possible or not.
That'd be the bomb. You need to do that. But I mean, I'm gonna wear kind of my cruise shirt. It's colorful. It's gonna have to stand out when it's the black and white section, but it'll be going for the long game for the end of the dinner. But and they also, I mean, kind of spoilerish, like they play one of my favorite songs at the end of the dinner. So I'm pumped for that. It relates to the
Ooh,
podcast.
okay.
Relates to the
Oh,
podcast. I mean, I may be kind of choking up a little bit towards the end of dinner. So you'll be at my table. So we'll be a mess. But yeah, I'm excited for it. It just again, I just like the fact that once you get on the ship, like I'll be hanging with you guys for 5 solid days. Look out Key. I've seen videos, never been there yet. It looks amazing. I mean, the beaches look incredible. Pam Forrester was right. Just it's a different vibe with that Junkanoo celebration. Just they just plus things up a little bit. And here's the thing too, because I've been watching Magic, sailings over. I'm not watching any Wish sailings or Treasure sailings or Dream Fantasy, anything like that. All these when they go to these islands, they look empty. There's less people. Like there really are less people on the island, and I think we're going to really feel that because we're typically on the big
the
ship.
bigger ships.
I
Yeah.
think, I think we'll really feel it because we're always on the big ships. I'm curious to see how that. I'm really like in the. You get this too. Like I'm in the. I got cruise fever.
I'm psyched. I like the order of the stops too. Like Nassau's day 2, and then I'd rather have that early on in the cruise,
Yep,
So like I'm really loving the order of the ports.
and I'm not getting off at Nassau. Just for the record, I'm staying on.
I mean, I probably won't. I was saying this to Liz and Emily the other day. Like, we should probably book something for Nassau because we haven't gotten off in such a long time, but it's a new ship to us too. So we want to like learn more about the ship. So we still need to figure that out.
Every time I get off at Nassau, I'm like, I just want to be back on the ship. So I'm telling myself I'm not. I'm probably not. So
I mean, I haven't like the last 4 times I think that we've been in Nassau. So maybe it'll be number 5. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll play by ear. All right, 407-584-7173. What's on your mind? We could talk, hey, anything that's on your mind. We could talk that park. I think we did again. Resort hopping. What do you like? Where's your favorite place to take a stroll at night? Where's your favorite place to grab a beverage at a resort? Where's your favorite place? Oh, we got a call already. And it looks like it is long distance. I mean, super long distance. Let's see what we got here. Gotta make sure I do this right. Caller, you there?
Yes, hello from Scotland.
Hey, what is going on, Shaggy? Thanks for calling in. I had to have you call in, Mohawk. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, how are we both?
We're glad to have you
Doing
here.
good.
Glad you're staying up late with us. Sorry we didn't we kept yakking there and you're like, shut up, open up the phone lines. It's like 5 a.m. Come on.
Not quite, but yeah, it's quite late. Can we talk Run Disney today?
100%. Go for it. And congratulations on your run, by the way.
Yeah, well, the training begins here. I haven't started my proper 5K training yet, but we'll get there. I think I'll start in a couple of weeks properly for that.
Sounds good.
When it gets to the 13-week point. Obviously, I haven't run anything in my life or any Run Disney event, so I don't really know what's going to await me at the other end in terms of expo, picking up bibs, getting on the bus and stuff, and actually getting to the start of the race. So I was wondering if you guys could share some tips, given you've done it once or twice.
Scotty G, what do you say to that?
I mean, so you're doing the 5K, I believe, over Wine and Dine. So
Yep.
a tip sometimes I say is like go to the expo later, like in your trip. But since you're doing the first race, you're gonna have to go that first day, so that Thursday.
Yeah.
Yep. So it depends on if you're like after like certain merchandise, where I would say like get there early, so that you can try to get in line and before all the merchandise kind of sells out. But I'm not. I mean, that used to be me, so I rather just like spend as little time as Wild World of Sports, to be honest, for me. So I show up like a little later in the afternoon, like have a nice breakfast, maybe go to a park first, because I know you have a long trip, so you're already going to be there before then. So maybe go to a park in the morning, hang out at the resort, and then just kind of go casually later in the day. And you might not be surprised, like sometimes they restock stuff, so you might see some of the 5K stuff still available for purchase.
Right. I've obviously got to sign a waiver in person as well because I'm an international guest, so I'll have to do that at some point too at the expo. Probably when picking up the bib, I would imagine.
Yep. You'll do that like when you get the bib. So there's like there's like 3 different areas you got to go to. So they get you all over that complex. So if you've never visited before, you're going to be an expert by the time you leave. Trust me.
You'll do 5K that
Okay,
day.
right.
Yeah,
Basically.
it's a walk. I mean,
Yeah.
they do walk you all around that place. It's big.
Yep. So you go to the bibs, which is like and it's uphill too, of course, right? So you got to walk in uphill, go to the left. That's where you get your bibs. That's where you sign your waiver. And then they'll be like, oh, well, go over here to get your race shirt. And that's where like the main expo floor is. So they put that in the far back because they want you to talk to all the vendors, that are supporting the race. So you go pick up your shirt and you're like, well, I want to get the cool merchandise, like that's specific to the race I'm doing. Then you have to go to another building to get that. So, but yeah, I mean, there's signs everywhere. There's cast members that are around. I'm actually going to be there too. I'm actually running Wine and Dine. So maybe I'll bump into you while we're over there and I can kind of walk you through it.
Oh yeah, that'd be sweet, Scott. Yeah, that's great.
Well, Mike, did you have anything? Like, did you want to talk about like the buses, like what time to wake up, things like that?
Yeah, I would. So as far as the expo though, I mean, the thing I do enjoy about the expo, and I hate shopping. I'll just say that. Like, I'm not a shopper. I'm a buyer. Like, if I have something I want to get, I like getting in, getting it, and getting out. Like, I don't mind buying stuff because it's fun. But I'm not one to like shop. But I will say about the expo, and especially for somebody like you that's a huge Disney fan, and it's gonna be a first experience with Run Disney, it does get you in the spirit. Like, you get there, you see all the fellow runners. It says, welcome Run Disney participants. You go under the arch. I mean, you'll be jazzed up. It does kind of make it become real that you're at a Run Disney weekend and that's like where the blood starts flowing. Like, it will get you excited for the entire weekend. There are also photo opportunities there for you to get your picture with the backdrop for the 5K. So don't miss that if you want to do that. Those are kind of right by the Wide World of Sports Globe. So that's something you might want to do as well. So maybe don't miss that. But so like other questions, like Scott said, maybe like buses and stuff. So where are you staying that weekend?
French Quarter for the 13 nights. So we're going to be on site for quite a while. Planning to use the running loop along the Sasagula for my pre-race training.
Oh, I've run that so many times. It's beautiful. It's a great place to run because it's got just a little bitty slope, but it's got such good stuff to look at. I love running that. As far as catching the bus that morning, that's a great spot because there's only that one bus stop and it'll just pick you up right there. The motor coach and it's the closest one. I mean, because this is Wine and Dine's out of Epcot, right?
Yeah. So actually, you're staying at one of my favorite Run Disney resorts. I'll be down the road at Old Key West, and the Sasagula hotels. This is always like my little secret, is like the best place to stay for Run Disney races because like when you leave the race and you take the bus back to your resort, the buses are basically at your resort, like behind Epcot, like in this like backstage area. You hop the bus and there's like a 3-minute ride back to your resort. So yeah, but it's the one bus there at French Quarter. I've done that for Princess a couple of years ago, and I just loved it. It was marathon weekend. It was the last marathon weekend I did, and it was great.
Yeah, you're gonna be set.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, you just save your legs a couple days before and have at it that morning, and then just wear that medal the rest of the day after the 5K. Take it into the parks, get the picture, in front of Cinderella Castle on the rides. Have a good time with it.
Yeah, and just enjoy the race. Like the atmosphere is so good. Like you're gonna see, especially in the 5K, you're gonna see all sorts of like different types of athletes. There'll be some people that are just going for it, going all out, and they'll be near the front, so you probably won't even see them really. But then you'll have families like walking together, people that like train super hard for it, and like kind of like you like our first ones, like I remember my first 5K, like I trained like crazy for it, and because I was so nervous. But then once I got there, I was like, oh, what? There's nothing to be nervous about. This is such a great, welcoming, race, and like the people are so good. So I think we're gonna have a great time, Mohawk.
That's really good. I'm planning to have a rest day before, kind of like sit by the pool, chill out in the French Quarter. I think rather than hitting any park really heavily.
Just don't do the 6-pack of beignets the whole pack that day.
I mean, you could do next day. You could definitely do a 3-pack though. After the race, one for each mile.
The 3-pack works.
I mean, I might give him the night before and just take one for actually. So this is one thing that Mike, I haven't told Mike. Like, I think it's kind of weird that you save the beignets. Like, I got to eat the beignets fresh. Like, I know sometimes you bring them home.
I mean, I do. I mean, I eat some. I do.
Yeah.
There's so much.
But But yeah, I think you agree, Mike. A 3-pack, right? One for each mile after the race. That's how you got to do it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, but he's there for 13 days. Think of the beignet consumption you could have in 13 days. Holy smokes, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be dangerous.
No doubt, man. I could not do that.
That's why you're doing some pre-training runs on the Sasagula.
I could not do that. That's dangerous. That's so dangerous. So do you have any direct questions though?
Yeah.
I mean, why you got us on here? Like, is there anything you're, like have, I mean, we've done these races. I've probably done 100 of them.
Yeah, obviously with the 5K, I don't get access to the celebration party because I think that's 10K and upwards, isn't it?
It's just a half marathon. Just a half marathon.
Yeah. I probably want to avoid any too many party nights anyway this trip, given that I'm doing Mickey's Not So Scary as well on it. It's quite a lot to fit into 13 nights.
I'm glad you got that.
I will say a lot of people leave on Sundays and give their tickets up. So if that's something that interests you, like that could be me potentially. Like, I don't know. It just depends on who's all going. But you wouldn't be surprised if you're on the Lizards page. A lot of people will just give up their party ticket, and it's easy to transfer over if that's something that interests you. So, and you can make a game time decision based on how you're feeling that weekend.
I always gave my ticket away because I'm not a night owl, and I never went to the party. And I always ran the half marathon, but I never went to the party. I just gave it away because I didn't care.
It's fun. I like it.
I didn't stay up late. I'm a morning person. So yeah, I was one of those people. So yeah, I didn't think about that because you can just give it away to somebody else. That's a good idea.
That's fair enough.
Yep,
I'll consider that. See how tired I am after it.
Yep. See how tired you are, because you'll have like, I can't remember what the exact family situation is, but I think you'll have other people with you. So it depends on like if you're fine going by yourself or things like that too. Things to consider.
Yeah, wife and 2 kids going with me.
Okay, yeah. I thought you had kids, but I didn't want to like say it and like make something up. So I thought, I thought you were a family of 4. Okay.
The issue is as well. We're not obviously not used to the heat. It doesn't really get much above like 60, 70 Fahrenheit here, and it's going to be a lot hotter than that in October.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it will.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, just have to acclimatize to it while I can.
I'll tell you what though, the last wine and dine I did, like Mike, you remember that? Like it stormed during the 5K. I mean, it was so rainy and wet. And me and Mike arrived that day. We were doing the challenge, and then Mike even just went home. He did the 10K. It was too cold for him.
Peace out. I changed my flight and I went home.
Oh, dear.
You definitely gave up your party ticket that weekend.
I did. I gave up my half marathon. Yeah, I was like, I'm out.
So you never know. The weather could be kind of crazy. I mean, as you know, I know you follow the Orlando local stuff all the time. The weather can be unpredictable, but I would plan for warm. I would plan for warm weather, no doubt.
Okay, and rain would be a welcome addition for cooling down if it actually did happen. So cross fingers for rain, but predict for warm.
Be careful though, because wine and dine and storms, they have a bad
the splash and dash.
Bad history with that race. I'm just saying. I mean,
well, that's why they no longer have a night race.
That's exactly why they don't have a night race. We've sat in ESPN inside at least once. We've run through downpours. I mean, it's been a mess.
They've had some bad weather there.
You don't want to too much.
And then when the Springtime Surprise launched, they brought back the Expedition Everest 5K, which was great. I love that race. So like, oh yeah, I was like, sweet, we're night races back. And then there's bad weather during that. They reduced it to like a 2-mile race.
Exactly. Yeah. So easy. Yeah, easy. Because then you get the humidity after it. So
man, I miss the night races so much.
Me too. The night races were the best. It screwed me up like eating. Like I couldn't. My stomach was always a wreck like for the night races. But oh well, it was fine.
I didn't care. I'm not trying to win.
You'll have fun. I can't wait to hear about it. And we still got plenty of time. It's only May.
Yeah, I think I'm doing the Jeff Galloway suggested training plan.
Perfect.
Nothing else is really working for me at the moment, so I think that starts June or July for the 13 weeks. So I do have time. I'm just going to do some other light training before then.
I need to do that too. I'm really out of shape. This is like the worst shape I've ever been. And I thought about this the other day, actually, Mohawk. I'm like, dang, I wonder when the Jeff Galloway training manual or the schedule starts for Wine and Dine, because I'm definitely gonna have to train. I've been lucky in the past and not trained and just kind of gone down there and winged it. Don't recommend it. I have a strategy that works for me for that, but this time I want to train. I do want to train. I want to have a good race. So remind me when that starts, when you start doing that, so I can get on it too.
28th of July for the beginner one, and let's see, 11th of August for the more accomplished runner, if you want to go down that route.
I always put myself beginner. I need the extra training. I'm basically starting from scratch now. So
and those Galloway plans,
I'll give you a reminder when it begins.
Yeah, those are solid plans. That got me through, my first like 3 or 4 years. I've followed those things religiously.
And when I train, even not for a race, when I used to train, which hopefully I'm going to get back in that mojo a little bit. I still follow that schedule. It was like the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. That was the best. 4 days a week. If you want to walk on those off days a little bit, maybe do that, or take one of those days to walk even just to get out there. But I love the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. It's so good.
Yep. Because you have a one long run and then just shorter runs during the week. That's what I always liked. I don't know what I do now.
Yeah, well,
and now you're just a maniac, Mike.
What am I doing? Yeah, exactly. I don't know what happened.
Go back to Galloway. I think your back will probably feel better just instantly.
Whole body would. I'd stop crackling.
Help protect your knees a bit, Mike.
Yeah, I know. I crackle. I know. But I eat like junk. So anyway. Well, hey, you get to bed because it's super late, but we'll be talking about this for the next few months. We're going to get you there, and you're gonna be ready to cruise.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, guys. It is now midnight over here. So
there you go.
Happy
good morning to you.
Yes, good morning to you. We appreciate you, buddy.
And I can't wait to wake up tomorrow out here in the States and see all the messages that I missed from you in the morning. And I'll talk to you in the morning.
Yeah, we appreciate you. You're kind of the heart. You're definitely one of the heart and soul of our Discord, and we appreciate you.
No worries, guys. I do have a date with the treadmill in the morning, so I'll update you on how that went.
Me too.
Shaggy, date with the treadmill.
That's it. You'll forevermore. You are now Mohawk Shaggy Scotland. There you go.
Only when he has a date with the treadmill. That's
right. All right. We'll talk to you soon. You have a good, happy Monday.
Bye. Yeah, Shaggy signing off. Catch you later, guys.
Shaggy out. See ya.
Shaggy out.
I love our friends, man. Okay, got that off, and we're good. 407-584-7173. Starting with a call from Scotland. Gotta like that.
Mike, do you realize you're gonna miss another Speaking of golf, you're gonna miss another BOGP golf tournament?
I know. I'm bummed. I know, dude.
Do you know where we're going to eat afterwards?
Don't even tell me. Hang on.
You don't want to know.
I probably don't. Hey, we have our next caller. Who's joining us?
This is Debbie.
Debbie. Where are you calling from, Debbie?
North Carolina.
Oh, I was going to say New York with that accent, but it sounds more like North Carolina. So how are things in the Carolinas tonight on a Sunday evening?
It's beautiful. I'd say it's about 78 degrees. Beautiful.
Oh, we'll take that. Scott's up there bundled up in a hoodie. He says that the warm weather has not made it to Michigan yet this year.
Just a few good days last week, and now it's back to being cold.
Poor guy.
Yeah, it's gonna cool down this weekend. It's gonna be in the upper 60s, lower 70s as our highs.
Oh,
that sounds so good.
Yeah, I think our high Wednesday is going to be 59 because it's going to be a rainy day, but we'll make it. We'll make it. So what's on your mind, Debbie? We're glad to talk to you. Thanks for calling in. What do you got?
Well, first, we went on our February trip, which you helped us book with my in-laws, my husband and my in-laws, to get them down there, get a little more warmth.
Nice.
And had a fabulous trip with them.
So glad to hear that. So tell us about it.
Thank you for helping.
Well, thank you for letting us. We appreciate that. So what were some of the highlights? Give us a couple of the high points of the trip.
Well, we stayed at Pop, and in our minds, we were just trying to enjoy spending time with them. We had incredible weather. It was cold in North Carolina for us, but to go down there and get my mother-in-law in the warmth and just letting her just be in the joy and the magic. And my father-in-law loves the Skyliner.
Me too. Great. Me too. I mean, it's a ride to get to the other rides is what I say.
Yeah. and they don't, the rides aren't the highlight for them. They just like being in the magic and the joy and just having a good time with family.
That is what it's all about. Now, so do you, when you go into the parks, you got to go on some of the rides. I mean, tell me you went to Epcot and at least did like Living with the Land, or did you see some shows, or do you have some good meals? What were some of the things?
Yes. Living with the Land is my husband's favorite ride. So of course we had to do that.
Oh, see, I knew I loved your husband. See, he's a good guy. Exactly.
He is. He's a wonderful guy. And we enjoyed some of the snacking around.
I like that too.
Art Fest. That was fun.
So don't leave us hanging. Give us one good snack you had. What'd you get?
Oh, let's see what
tomato soup.
The tomato soup and the grilled cheese. My husband's here helping me.
I love that. We got the live update right there.
Your husband's awesome because that's a pretty simple kind of snack there. I mean, he likes Living with the Land and tomato soup and grilled cheese. I think
that's the Pop Eats booth, that Festival of Arts you're talking about. That's such a good snack. I love it.
It's not super exotic, and that's kind of Mike Rallman's philosophy on life right there. That's good stuff.
But we tried something we wouldn't have thought we would have liked. It was that mussels.
The mussels
with the broth that was just right, kind of diagonally across the way. I can't remember what the booth was, but it had the crispy bread that you would dip into the broth. It was surprisingly very good.
Nice. Okay, now you're expanding it with mussels. That's a little bit more than grilled cheese and tomato soup. All right, I like it. We're going on. We're getting out there a little bit. That's awesome. So give us a couple more highlights.
Your horizon.
What's that? Go ahead. I didn't hear you.
I said you got to expand your horizon.
That's right. Exactly. That's why we go to places like Epcot. Exactly.
Exactly.
Give us a couple more. So what was like a favorite show or something you saw, or maybe something like that?
Well, we saw the Beauty and the Beast show in France for the first time.
Oh, the sing-along show?
The sing-along. We hadn't seen that. We, of course, have seen the Impressions de France, which is awesome. But we are trying to, try something different.
Debbie's getting all the bells ringing today.
Exactly, because that's Scotty's favorite right there. You got Scott.
Yeah. And then when you said Beauty and the Beast in France, I kind of rolled my eyes a little, but at least you know that Impressions de France is amazing. So I love that.
It is awesome. Love it.
That's great.
My mom could enjoy in the wheelchair.
Yes, our mother-in-law has some mobility issues, so we were just trying to find some things that she could do. She also can't do like the fast-paced rides with motion sickness, so it was her trip. So we were focusing on things that my mother-in-law could do.
So you didn't make her go on Cosmic Rewind?
No.
Good, because I don't like that ride either. That's good on you. I appreciate you. That's good.
Did we go on that? No, we didn't do it that ride. We've been very lucky. We also went for our spring break in April.
Yeah.
Just my husband and I, and of course we went on Cosmic Rewind.
See, well, okay. See, I just can't do it. It's a great ride, but it is it's too much. Too much.
The first time I did it, I didn't think I could do it again. But then I found if you find some focus points and you focus on them, that helps.
Still haven't found them. Still looking. Can't find them. Nope. There's too much other stuff at Epcot that I don't want to be dizzy for the rest of the day. But I get it. It's a cool ride. So, when you guys go down as a couple, do you guys tend to like snack around? Do you make a couple of ADRs at places that you like? How do you do that as a couple, like on your spring break trip?
All of the above.
I like that.
We make sure we get some good ADRs, and then we do like to snack around.
What's your favorite restaurant as a couple? What do you guys like? Do you have a favorite spot that you guys both agree on that you got to have?
We love lounges.
Yes.
Nice. Give us a couple. Where do you tend to go?
Nomad Lounge is
one. Nomad Lounge is one of them.
Nice.
I I like that one.
Studio.
Oh,
Oh, the Brown Derby Lounge.
Oh, Baseline Tap
no, we
House.
like
Oh.
we like Baseline better.
I like them both very much. Yes. I think I might agree with you that I like Baseline. There was a time though where I thought like before Baseline was around that, like, how could the Brown Derby Lounge be beat? Like, you're right there, like on Grand Avenue, like just a great views and great atmosphere, and then Baseline came and like, oh, okay, well that's how you do it.
Quick question though for everybody here that's on the call and Scotty G. Will Baseline be okay when they start doing all the Grand Avenue? I mean, it's gonna be right there on the edge of construction, but will it? I guess it'll stay open, but it's going to be right there, kind of on the edge, where all the construction is going to be happening. I guess.
I think it'll be open.
Won't be much of a
Hopefully
view.
they put some walls up and protect everything.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about how close it'll be to, it's right there by Muppets. I guess you don't care if you're sitting there having a beer and a pretzel. I mean, who cares?
Yeah. I mean, you'll probably hear some noise, some construction noise, but
just look the other way, I guess. If it's good enough beer and a good enough pretzel, who cares?
And meeting good people.
Yeah, exactly. You're hanging out with your friends. Yeah. Just don't look that way. So it's going to have to be. All right. So any other highlights? Because we're going to see who else is here before the end of the hour. But it's so good to talk to you.
It's been great talking with you as well. We're going back in July to celebrate my birthday and our 30th wedding anniversary.
Oh my gosh. Congratulations and happy birthday. But congratulations. That's amazing. 30 years. Yeah. I love it.
He's put up with me that.
My wife's getting ready to retire this coming Friday, and I told her she's got to put up with me a whole lot more because I work from home, and now she's going to be home, and it's going to be on.
Congratulations to her. That's marvelous.
I'm super excited. She's 28 years in a really rough, tough school district that she's taught in, and she, the worst part of the whole deal, she taught 9 years next door to me. We taught next door to each other. Yeah, so she put up with me.
My husband works for the central office in our school district, and I work in a middle school, so we can relate.
Oh man, I taught 6th grade for 17 years, so I get it. I loved every minute of it, to be honest. Though there was all the stuff about teaching that outside of the teaching that wasn't fun, but I love the teaching. So I miss that stuff. But yeah, I appreciate everybody that works in education, especially this time of the year where you're just holding on for dear life to hit that finish line. So shout out to all of our teachers.
Exactly. Everybody says, how do you work with the kids? I'm like, it's never the kids. The kids are amazing.
Yeah, most of them.
But the reason why they're not amazing is for some other reason. It's not them.
Exactly. That was just a joke. Well, hey, Deb, I appreciate you. Tell your husband we appreciate him and love that he loves the tomato soup grilled cheese in the land. He's my favorite. Caller of the night tonight.
Well, y'all have a good evening.
You too. Take care.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Ooh, missed it. All right. 407-584-7173. Scotty G, where are you guys going to eat after golf?
After our great Be Our Guest podcast golf round, we will be going to Homecoming for brunch.
Oh, dude, I saw. Okay,
because that's why Corey put hallelujah in there. Yeah, in the chat.
That's why. Oh, hang on. Because I saw. I had it queued up. I saw your ADRs on my Disney experience when I was in messing around with something, and I was like, oof, because you got a heck of a bunch of ADRs.
We had Olivia's. I wanted the Edison, but as the kind person that I am, not everyone in the group wanted the Edison, so we kind of agreed on Homecoming, and I think that's a great pick because my family is the only one of the group that's been. So we got some newbies coming.
I think I would prefer Olivia's over Homecoming. That's just me.
It's that brunch. That brunch is really good.
Brunch is good.
I mean, remember, you were like the first person ever in the history of Homecoming at Disney Springs to eat the entire Hallelujah biscuit.
I do eat a lot. All right, we have our next call on the line. Hopefully it's not Chef Art Smith. Hey, who's joining us?
Hi, it's Matt. It's been a while since I last called in.
Hey, Matt. Thanks for calling in. What's going on?
Oh, nothing much. I was keeping up on all things Disney over the past year. and I've watched the Taylor Swift movie on Disney Plus, which was awesome. And I recently, this past Christmas, I got the photo book of her tour.
Very nice.
She published a book
Oh, that's cool.
through her own publishing and with the help of Target. And she did it all on her own. It was really awesome. She sold 1 million copies in just 1 week.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
I'm hoping to do the same with my book coming out next year.
Yeah, me too. That'd be awesome. Nobody's reading my story.
And then I've actually also have been getting more into running. I actually just last year I did my first ever 5K, and I finished in 32 minutes and 58 seconds.
Holy smokes, that's super. That's a great time. Congratulations on that. That's seriously, that is a great time.
I actually did it again yesterday, and I finished 53 seconds faster.
Holy cow! Congratulations on. Hey, so you're going to try to do a Run Disney race?
Oh, I don't know if I can do something like that. I'm just keeping things easy right now because I've only just started doing this.
Okay.
So I don't want to do anything big just yet.
Hey, you're on pace. I mean, you're smoking it. That's a great time. So yeah, it
is. And I actually just signed up for another race this coming Saturday, and it's close to where I live.
That'll happen. Running is addicting like that. Once you do one, you'll do a second one, then you'll do 3, then you'll do 10. And all of a sudden you'll be like, where'd all my money go? So be careful. You'll be broke. You won't be just buying Taylor Swift books. You'll be buying sneakers and medals and t-shirts. Be careful. It's a slippery slope.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it only costs, registration costs at most. It depends on what they're doing. Sometimes the races are just walks, sometimes they're just runs, and then there's races where you can alternate between both. And the walks are usually around $10, and then the runs are about anywhere between $20 and $30.
Yeah.
And then there's $1 or $2 of a sign-up fee.
And a lot of times they help out charities and charitable causes too, so that's not a bad thing. And there's a lot worse things you can spend your money on too.
The 5K that I just did, it was for a scholarship for an Iraq war veteran who died 4 years ago of a brain tumor. He actually went to my high school. He graduated years before I did, and he served in the military. So he died serving our country.
See, yeah, it's an awesome thing that they're doing something like that in his honor. So
yeah, it is.
Yeah. So I mean, it sounds like your running career is just starting, where mine is getting ready to sunset here. So I love hearing the whole journey of that. And you'll start off with that 5K, and who knows, in 5 years, maybe 3 years, you'll be doing a 10K or a half marathon, or who knows, greater distances than that. You never know. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Hey, we appreciate.
So I've been
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, let me see. I've been trying to keep up with all the things going on at Disney World. I know there's some pretty big things coming up at this summer. Like, for example, they have the revised Little Mermaid show opening up at Hollywood Studios.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's opening very, very soon. I'm going down. I'm going to catch it in a couple of weeks.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've been seeing. I haven't seen any like previews videos of it. I've only seen the concept art, but it looks like it's going to be really cool. I mean, when I went to Disney World, this was when they had Voyage of the Little Mermaid, but when I went down there, it was closed for refurbishment, so I didn't get to see Ariel or Eric or the giant puppet Ursula.
Yes. The dog was my favorite. The big old dog came out. Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah,
the lasers.
I love that dog. He was so cute.
Yes. Yeah.
And then
they have that, and they have the big villain show coming to the studios too. Both of those are opening up very soon.
Oh yeah. The villain show. I heard about that. And then they're making a Villain's Land in I think it's going to be in the Magic Kingdom.
Correct.
Yeah, they're taking out Rivers of America.
Correct.
To do it.
Are you excited about that, or would you rather them not do that?
Oh, I'm very excited. I just wish maybe there's a lot of land left at Disney World. Why couldn't they just do it there? I mean, why do they have to tear something down
Good point.
and
That's a
something
good
that
point.
already exists.
That
I
is a
mean,
good
I
point.
think it would be good. I think it would be interesting to have something, but I don't think it should come at the sacrifice of something else.
Yeah, they do that a lot. I'm kind of the same thought. You know, I wish that they wouldn't take stuff away to bring new stuff, but that's kind of how they do it lately. So I'm with you. I
Mhm.
kind of agree with you there. I wish they'd find some new land and just add instead of always subtracting. That's a good point. All right, you got
Yeah,
one
and the
more
same thing
topic. Give us one more topic.
Oh, and well, I was also about to add that they're also making the Monsters Inc. land up at the Hollywood Studios, and they're getting rid of the Muppets land in order to do that.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that the Monsters Inc. coaster. That coaster is going to be awesome. But I'm also
Actually,
hurt.
I think it's the Muppets that's going to be the coaster, not Monsters Inc. The Muppets are going to be the coaster.
Oh no,
For
it's going to be.
for Rock and Roller Coaster.
Oh yeah, well, Rock and Roller Coaster is going to get the Muppets, but they're going to put where the Muppets are. There's going to be a Monsters Inc. coaster back there.
Yeah, that's right. Now I remember it. Thanks.
Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be both. I mean, yeah, the Muppets are going to Rock and Roll. It's like in baseball. It's like a three-way trade. It's like a 3-team trade here. The Muppets are getting sent over to Rock and Roller Coaster, and then the Monsters are going to the Muppets area. They're going to have a roller coaster there, which is going to be awesome. I hate that show's going away, but you know, nobody
Muppet
asks
Vision
us.
3D.
Yeah, exactly. It's such a great nostalgic show, but yeah,
It's good.
no more Mama Melrose either. Yeah, looks like William had his final dinner there. Well, last lasagna. All right, well, hey, we're going to run because we got a couple more calls in and we're getting up to 10 minutes till the top of the hour, but give us a holler next week.
All right, I will.
All right.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon. All righty.
See you, Matt.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Matt. All right. 407-584-7173 is the number.
There's a question about Olivia's brunch or homecoming brunch. Woo.
See, they're both so good. I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
The thing is, like, every time I go to Olivia's, I'm gonna get the same thing.
I do get the same thing at Olivia. You're right. I get the same thing at Olivia's too.
So that's why I kind of like go with the homecoming brunch.
Homecoming has the wider variety on the menu, like of food. What would you give that?
I think they have better drinks at homecoming. I think
moonshine and stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't eat these, but I know people love like the deviled eggs at homecoming
I
too.
do love those deviled eggs. Those deviled eggs are good.
That's not my jam, but like yeah, I just like I don't know. I mean Olivia's is my home. You know, that's my home resort. So but
what about atmosphere? Which one would you give atmosphere to? Homecoming or Olivia's? Because that's tight.
That's tight. That's tight because like it depends on where you're seated at homecoming too. Like I mean, I guess with Olivia's, they both have like an outdoor seating area, which I'm all about eating outdoors when it's nice. I mean, that's middle of summer, probably not. But I mean, so William said that he likes Olivia's, he loves homecoming. I'm actually the opposite way. So homecoming brunch is like my jam. Like, but if I'm picking dinners, it's Olivia's all day. Like I just like the chicken better at Olivia's personally, but
that chicken at Olivia's is just it's never done me wrong. I mean, it's never done me below.
I've had it like 25 times.
Me too. I had it twice when I was down for Give Kids World. I had back-to-back nights.
That's right, you did.
Yeah, I did. Like, because like the Shine Golds didn't know that I had it the night before. Like, you guys want to go out? You want to go out to eat with us before you go home? Like, yeah, we'll go to Olivia's. I'm like, all right.
And it gets me to my home resort. You know, I love that view of the palm trees and just that whole area. You got the gurgling suitcase next door. That is my jam. So I just love going to Olivia's. Plus, I can always just like kind of walk up there and get in anytime, basically.
That's like the secret hack because you can almost always get into Olivia's. Like as long as you can make your way over there. If you have a car, you can catch a bus over there. Just go to a park or Disney Springs. But William says, like, I like Olivia's. I love homecoming. See, I might be the opposite on that. Like, I love Olivia's and I like homecoming.
That's kind of me too.
I mean,
the brunch though, man. The brunch at homecoming, that's a sweet spot for me, soft spot, man. I just love that brunch. And
the other thing, speaking of brunches, like this is like an old thing too. But when our podcast started almost 2 decades ago, like This is our 18th year of doing
2
this.
decades, just talking to multiple decades.
It is so old. But back when WDW Today was doing their show too, like they always talked about the Sunday morning gospel brunch at House of Blues. People raved about that thing, and they still do it apparently down there. And it's a thing. Like they say the food is great, the singing's great. Like
we had our friend, the bike riding guy, like had plans. Well, I mean, it wasn't for brunch, but he had plans like to see like a band there. Remember when he was like riding his bike all across like Orlando? He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to House of Blues tonight." That's a place I forget about. But Jason has me interested in the Raglan Road brunch. Remember, like that French toast that he was talking?
You can only do so many brunches because they only happen like once because they don't even usually happen
on the weekends.
They don't. Yeah, I say they don't happen during the week. They only happen like twice, like a week. Yeah, that's a problem because now we're okay. So we got to think like the places that have good brunches. So we got Raglan, Homecoming. Doesn't Grand Floridian have a good one too? Like Grand Floridian Cafe? No?
Grand Floridian Cafe is kind of like an all-day menu kind of a thing, sort of. Yeah, I think they do have a brunch. Yeah, I mean, there's a weekday brunch that I kind of have a hack for, and that's booking like a second to last breakfast at Crystal Palace, and I just make that a brunch because I wait for
that
the
is
lunch.
True. Yeah, but everybody kind of knows how. Yeah, so you get both. Yeah, I guess it is a brunch, right? If you just kind of get the.
Yeah, I always call that brunch when I go to Crystal Palace. I always call it brunch. I know it's not officially on the menu, but it is from Scotty G's book.
It's true. It is. Yeah, that's like the make your own brunch. It's just it's breakfast and
make your own brunch.
Yeah, exactly. It's roll your own.
But it seems to be like a Disney Springs thing is like where the brunch is because of the locals. Because of a local, I mean, because locals want to have brunch. They don't want to necessarily go to theme parks, right? They want to have a nice weekend day at Disney Springs, so they have brunch. Because Bow had a brunch for a little bit too, I want to say.
All right, so it's 407-584-7173. You got to call in and talk to us about your favorite brunch because we got about 5
topic now.
Because dude, the chat room is on fire. Okay, so apparently, I mean, the chat room is on fire. William says the gospel brunch was crazy. He loved it. He says ladies in huge hats and dresses singing their lungs out over giant piles of peel and eat shrimp. Sign me up for that. I mean, come on now. And then Summer House apparently has a brunch. One of the newer places. I didn't even know they did a brunch. I mean, this is crazy. Steakhouse 71 brunch solid. We're getting from Jason.
Mm-hmm. It's so good. I mean,
brunches are like, see, I didn't think about how hot brunch was at Walt Disney World.
Brunch is hot. I mean, it's good.
Right,
but yeah, I just I think the homecoming brunch is so dang good though. But that's like the only meal like I can do there though. It really is. I can't do dinner there.
All right, we have our next call. Who's joining us?
Hey, this is Jill from Norman.
Hey, Jill, Oklahoma?
Yep, Boomer Sooner.
I won't hold that against you. MIZ, what's going on?
Hey, so we are planning our next Disney trip and have a couple of logistical questions just because I was a cast member a long time ago. I've gone with my husband, have gone with my oldest, but we've never taken a big family vacation. And so the planning aspect feels a little daunting because it's going to be me, my husband, our 3 kids, which at the time of the trip will be 11, 3.5, and 1.5. And then, of course, we're bringing the most important accessory, the grandparents, with us to help with the 2 toddlers.
Very good.
And so we're doing we'll call it kind of a quasi-split stay. So the grandparents are coming and staying. We're staying at the Wyndham Bonnet Creek for the first couple days with them. And then they're flying home with the baby. So then we can just spend time with our older 2, the 3.5 and 11-year-old. And we're going to move over to Port Orleans, French Quarter. So got a couple of questions about, on that day where we're switching resorts, what can we do to really maximize our time without going into the parks?
So what? Sorry.
Water park.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Water park would be because you got that complimentary because that's your check-in day because you're swapping resorts. That's a great call, Scott. So what time of year are you going? I didn't catch that. Soon?
Oh, we're in November, like mid-November.
Yeah. I mean, you can still do the water parks and it'll be fine. Yeah, that's great. That's a great call.
I couldn't remember.
What's that?
I couldn't remember if it was going to be warm enough at that time.
It should be.
In November, so I was there for Thanksgiving last year, and it was on the chillier side, and this will be like a week or two before, so you just never know. One question I had though, Jill, are you gonna have a car?
Yes, yeah, we are going to do a rental car just because we
The
don't like
luggage?
feeling trapped.
Because I was just thinking about the luggage, because like if you're staying at a Disney resort, they could do like the transfer of luggage, but I don't know how that would work from like coming from Bonnet Creek. So I think you'd have to have the luggage in your car. I'm guessing that's your plan, right?
That, or I was going to see if it was possible to like, could we drop it off at Bell Services like
Yeah.
earlier in the
Yeah. Oh
day?
yeah, you absolutely could. Yeah. Yeah, you absolutely could.
And that'd be
Because that's kind of what I was thinking, right? You could drop your bags off if you don't want to do the water park. And if you're going to French Quarter, maybe take a boat to Disney Springs, hang out at Disney Springs for a little bit, get some. We've been heavy on the brunch stuff right now. So we've been talking about Disney Springs. And then,
7 places you could brunch, and you
right.
could go to Splitsville and maybe bowl a game, or
And then, yeah. And then, because you're staying right there at French Quarter, then you just take the boat back when your room is ready, and then boom, you're ready to go. So that's a thought.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Especially like, because I do love using Disney transportation, just because it's so much fun. So that'd be
Yeah,
a
it
great
is.
way to
Especially those boats. Those
go.
Pascagoula boats are the best.
Buses.
Yeah. Yeah, and that would be a good fallback, because like you could say, well, if the weather's warm, because again, the water park option's free, so you're not out anything. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a nice day,
Mhm.
we go to the water park and take advantage of that perk. If it's not a nice day, if it's a little bit chilly, you call the audible, you drop your bags at French Quarter, park the car, get on a boat to Disney Springs, maybe do some, have, like say, brunch there, go to World of Disney, do a little shopping, go to Lego store with the kids, drop into Splitsville if you want to bowl a game as a family, or whatever, go to the M&M store. That's a good way to kill enough time. By that time, get the boat back and your room's ready and you're good to go.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. Okay, thank you guys. Like I said, I've just been a little overwhelmed with probably too many ideas.
Right.
So
And here we are giving you more. No.
Exactly. That's what we do.
Okay, I've got one more question for you guys for
sure.
something special to add on. So the week we go to leave for the trip, I will finish my very last class for my master's. And so wanting to do something special to celebrate that, since it'll especially be that week, I'll finish up that class, hop on a plane and go. What are a couple ideas you have for all of us as a big family to do something a little extra? And it's okay if it costs a little extra without totally breaking the bank.
So with the kids though, with kids and
Yes,
kids,
with the kids, yeah.
Because when I was thinking just you, I was gonna say, if it was just you, I was gonna say do a tour like Keys to the Kingdom, because that'd be kind of fun. Because you were a cast member, so you've already seen this stuff, so that's not such a big deal.
And I was thinking like a fireworks like party, but the 3.5-year-old, I don't know how and your kids better than we do, obviously, how they would handle like the fireworks, like the loud noises. But I feel like a fireworks dessert party or one of those like pontoon cruises would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Okay, okay. So on the pontoon cruises, do they have like an age minimum to go on those?
No, because we took Mallory when she was less than a year, but they made her wear a life jacket.
You'll have to wear a life jacket for sure.
Because I have a picture. The life jacket was as big as she was. Like, no kidding. Like, it was her head barely, and she was bald as a cue ball. Like, she had no hair. She's got the longest hair now, but she had like no hair till like she was like 2, and it was like a cue ball sticking out the top hole. It's the cutest picture ever, because she had this little like calico dress on. We got her all dressed up to go out and see it was Illuminations at the time. And we went out a yacht club. It was just like this big old life vest. We're just gonna do no good, but the rules said she had to wear it. And her arms barely poked out the little armholes, and her little cue ball head was in the thing. I mean, it was a kid's life vest, but she was less than a year old, and it was the funniest thing ever. I got to find the picture. It's hilarious. She's so little, but yeah, there was no age limit, and we just ran out the pontoon boat. It was the greatest thing too. Like, gave you like a cooler of sodas and snacks, and you tool around and get a good parking spot and watch fireworks. You can do that all. I'd do it for Happily Ever After, to be honest. You go out with Contemporary, you can see Happily Ever After out on Seven Seas Lagoon.
I love that recommendation. So I've got one final question for you guys on that. So if we do that, is it worth doing? We have the very first flight out of Oklahoma City. We're supposed to land in Orlando at 10:30 in the morning. Is it worth it to try and book it for the night we get there, or do another night? Just knowing how flights go. Having the
Yeah.
first flight out, I feel decently good about it, but still.
Because that could be fun, right, to do with your parents, right? Is that what you're kind of getting at? Like, because I think it'll be a fun celebration with them.
Yes. And the thing is, it costs per boat. So I think it's up to 12 people. It's a flat rate. So you want to fill the boat. So yeah, do it with your parents. And
I mean, you might be a little tired from the travel day, but like, I think it'd be like so amped up for the trip in a way too. It's just you, like, I don't know about the kids, like the 11-year-old and the 3.5, like, and the baby. Like, I don't know how they're gonna do, but like, I think it'd be a great idea, a great start to the trip.
personally, I do it the second night. This is just me because I would be nervous about what if the flight gets delayed and you're cutting it too close. Like, I mean, say like that first flight, the plane has issues or the weather. Because I mean, you're in Oklahoma City, like you're in the mid, like you're in the mid South, dude. Tornadoes are blowing through. Not November, not as likely, but you could have a freak ice storm. You know what I'm saying? Like the weird. You guys have the funky weather too. I know because like
he's treating this like a cruise because it is like a boat ride. So
well, yeah, because I mean, like you're paying money, you want to have the celebration, and the thing is, as soon as you book it, you're going to start worrying about it, right? I just know how. Like this is what I do for guests every day. If you book it for the second night, you're going to have peace of mind from the time you book it all the way through. You're like, we're going to be there the second night. Like you're not going to stress about it. But if you book it the first night, you're going to have a little bit of anxiety the whole time. Like you're doing like, we're probably going to make it. But when anything's probably, you're going to have a little bit of stress. It's this is just me. Maybe I'm just talking to myself right now, but I'm going to have a little bit of stress eating away at me for like 4 months. Like we're probably going to make it.
That would be me.
Okay.
So that's that thought. That would be me.
See, that's why I would go the second night.
And when you're
there and you're going to be okay, it's just, it's going to be fine. Like just, you're just buying it's like a little insurance policy.
And I always find when I'm sitting in my office planning or sitting at home talking with the girls, our trip, and we have this jam-packed first day, like it sounds so good at home because like you're fresh, you're not tired, and then once you get there, you're like, what was I thinking? So yeah, I think
we'll be getting the kids up a lot earlier than normal. So which we plan on going, as soon as we can check in, going, napping, resting. Yeah. But especially our 3-year-old, she's a wild card. You never know what's going to happen with her. She's a little Sour Patch princess / gremlin. So it would probably be better to schedule it on the second or third night, just knowing who knows what she's going to do, like traveling that early in the morning.
And I think for me, like, and because I think this is kind of more tied to your parents, right? Because they'll be awesome for them to celebrate your great accomplishment, by the way. Congratulations on the Masters. But
Thank you.
But what was I gonna say? But I always like to have like that big thing I'm looking forward to, like our first trip, like we were looking forward to everything, right? But like our first dinner was like at California Grill. It was our second dinner was at California Grill. And then the rest of the trip, I was like, dang, like nothing is as good as that first meal we had, So just know, like if you're doing something major like that, like the rest of the trip will still be magical. It might not be as good as that second or third night.
Yes.
I have
awesome. So much.
I have one idea for the kids. Okay. Just for the 3 to 1-year-old. I would not tell them which kid is going home with the grandparents. So I would tell them whichever one behaves the worst is the one-way ticket back to Oklahoma. So
there's an 11-year-old there too. Just
100%. That's even better. So any of them, it's just there's one kid that's going home, but it is yet to be determined. At any point, it could switch, and that way the wild card could be played, and then at least you got them, vying for the spot to stay at Walt Disney World. That's how I'd play this situation.
That is a great idea. Because they know, like Grandma and Grandpa are leaving. We're flying down there Thursday, and Grandma and Grandpa are leaving Monday, and they know that's happening. So that's a great way to play that.
Yeah, and they need a companion with them.
That's right. There's one open seat, and we have not picked who's going back to Oklahoma yet.
We need someone to take care of Grandma and Grandpa. It's going to be one of the 3 of you.
Exactly.
You better act right.
That's right. Straighten up.
And then the 11 and 3.5-year-olds like, well, it's not going to be the 1.5-year-old. Like, how are they going to take care of Grandma and Grandpa?
Exactly. Then it's going to be like Hunger Games with those kids. Like, it's not going to be me. I'm not going back.
We need a live call-in after this goes, like in November. We need to know how that went down.
Yes, 100%. This is going to be awesome. I love it. Well, hey, thanks for the call. It has been a lot of fun.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
All right. Have a good week
Thanks.
down in
Still
Oklahoma.
have a good one.
Bye-bye. All right. Well, Scott Miller. That was a lot of fun. Another great fun show.
Love the call-in shows. I love hearing about people's trips, what they're planning for. The chat rooms got great engagement. And I just learned, because I have a rule about the Tigers in baseball. Like, I don't look at the standings or really follow anything until Memorial Day because it's such a long season. I do know that the Tigers are doing pretty good because I do get these pop-ups every now and then. But I didn't know the Tigers and Cards are playing.
I didn't know that either. Yeah. We're 2 back. I know that I do look, but yeah.
No, so next weekend I can look. When we're doing the call-in show tomorrow, I'll load up the standings live, and you can see my reaction to what I think.
There you go. There you go. And by the way, over on Instagram, Diaz de Ponte said all kids have to wear life jackets, but it's also so fun with drinks and snacks included. Best extra we've ever done about the
Look at that. Look at that. Look at us coming up with some good ideas.
Every once in a while, blind squirrel. You know, that's what I say. Blind squirrel finds a nut.
It's just tough when you have like that range of like people. Like you got like a 3.5-year-old, and like you never know how they're gonna do with fireworks, you know, and stuff like that. So I think she knows her family, and I think it's gonna be a great option, no doubt.
It definitely feels VIP. It's one of those things like, you know, you feel kind of like it's fancy. I mean, it's not. You don't
have to worry about parents putting kids on their shoulders or being like shoulder to shoulder with people.
And when you break it down cost per person, it's not terribly expensive. Like it's a decent value. You know, I'm pretty cheap, and I say like, you know, it's expensive, but per person, it's not bad. So you're not going to do it all the time. It's special. Like I said, you work hard for that master's degree, celebrate. So there you go. All right. Well, we're going to jump out of here, and we'll be back this week with shows on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you have listener questions, we need those. So drop those to Mike at beourguestpodcast.com right away to get those on this week's show. Don't forget, we have our show always sponsored by the Magic for Less Travel, and we're standing by to help you plan amazing Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, even Adventures by Disney vacations. The best part, no additional cost to you. So check out all the details this week over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link, beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. We appreciate that so much. And thanks to our Patreon supporters. You guys make the show possible. Couldn't do it without your support. It's $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this week. We'd love to have you at patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. You can give us a follow on the social media. I'm at beourguestmike on x.com, Instagram, and Threads. You can follow Scott at epscott, EPSCOT, on those places as well. But more importantly, check them out over at Must See Adventures. And man, the subscribers are piling up over there as we're recording today, up to at least 975, because you spun the Wheel of Destiny this afternoon. Scott, what's going on at the channel?
We did spin the Wheel of Destiny, and the winner was in the chat tonight. So how cool is that?
Yes.
It's crazy. Like, I appreciate you talking about it, Mike, and our Be Our Guest podcast listeners. I think a lot of those subscribers are you. So I just want to thank you. Thank the Academy. No, we're less than 25 away to my goal, which I'm so excited about. And then we'll just see how the channel grows from there. But I'm really close to finishing the next episode. We talked about the top of the show. I had prom, golf, tornadoes that really impacted my availability this week. So, but we're going to have an awesome Hawaii video. We're going to Hawaii next. So it's checking into the Royal Hawaiian, one of the best hotels I ever stayed at. Lots of airport, lots of plane travel. Like I showed the landing and takeoff and all that stuff. Cool thing. So if you never rode an airplane, maybe you get a feel for it in this video. So nice. Like and subscribe.
Yes, like and subscribe. So Must See Adventures, hit the channel, check out, if you never checked one out, check it out. And while you're there, just again, subscribe and like. It takes 2 seconds.
And we're going to be giving away a $100 gift card when we get to 1,000. So
we are getting there. And
we might be there before this actually drops on the feed. We'll see, because it's been growing like crazy, but
it's fast. And it could be you. And Brenton's asking who it was. I believe it was Jason up in the middle.
Jason Miller won. Yep.
Yeah, so there you go. And it could be you. I mean, it's a good chance. I mean, let's go. So just get in there, like and subscribe, and let's do that. Also, I wanted to just ask folks, if you're ever having any trouble, so with Mike in the Midwest today, again, as this show's live on Sunday, for some reason with Patreon, today's episode of Mike in the Midwest, it's called Something About This Time of Year, episode 246. I can't get that thing to get out on the feed for nothing. I'm trying everything. I've published it twice. I'm going to do it one more time this evening. It's not going out for some reason on Pocket Casts or Apple Podcasts. And I'm doing everything the same. So I'm thinking maybe something's going on with Patreon. So if you're not getting that, let me know, which I don't think it is going out. And then Craig reached out and said he was having a couple of issues this past week with Downcast, which I've never used before, with the main feed of the Be Our Guest podcast going out. So if you have any issues with that, let me know on the Discord if you're having any issues with that, because I've noticed where I get the show, because I don't listen to the shows again, but I download it to see that the feed's okay on my Pocket Cast app. But if you have any trouble, because the numbers have looked the same, so I haven't seen a huge drop in numbers or anything, but let me know if you have any troubles downloading the show. I'd love to know that, just so I have a heads up on things like that. So if you're not getting the show like normal, just give me a shout. Appreciate it. Oh, Brenton says he sees it on Patreon. Yeah, it is on Patreon. So if you go to the Patreon page, it's there. I promise. I recorded it the normal time this morning at 10 a.m. It's on the Patreon page. I can't get it out to it's not going to the podcatchers. So if you subscribe through, I subscribe to Mike in the Midwest through my Pocket Cast app, it's not getting to my Pocket Cast app like it always does, or Apple Podcast app like it normally does. So that's my hiccup right now. So let me know if you're having issues with that like I am. All right. So live show again next Sunday night. We'll do it again. We'll have more fun. And until then, we'll see you on the feed. So for Scotty G up in Michigan, I'm Mike here in Missouri. You guys have a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. All right. So anybody that's live, though, real quick, did anybody get Mike in the Midwest on a podcast app? That's my question, because I don't think so. If I have to do all this again, let me save this real quick. Wait, live show, May 20. Man, about to sneeze.
I just had to share this real quick because we were talking
What
about
is that?
That's a baseline. Oh man,
I remember that day we made that first
the TikTok.
Was it a TikTok or was it it was a reel?
Oh, it was a reel. It was a reel.
That was one of the first reels we ever made.
You know what's funny? I watched it yesterday or 2 days ago.
That was so funny because we didn't even know what a reels was back then.
We didn't.
What's a reel?
Because I was wearing my pink pony underwear mask.
And yeah. And we were snapping or something, and we had changed the stuff or something.
Yeah, because I was doing a flight like that, so I have a new drink every time. And then I tried to make it look like I was getting more and more buzz each time. My hat ended up being sideways.
That was so dumb. That was the dumbest thing ever.
It is. That was my first reel.
All right. Well, nobody's checking in. Oh wait, it did not come through on the Apple. Yeah, okay. So it didn't come through on mine either. All right. Sorry about Andrew. It's there. It's on Patreon. I've done it twice. I recorded normal time. It's a random show. I actually talk about Emily in your weekend on the show. I'll delete it and publish it one more time, but it's there. I promise you guys, but I'll do everything I can to get it on those podcast apps. I'll do it one more time tonight. All right. I will catch you guys later, because it looks like I'm editing that and this now before I go upstairs.
Good luck.
All right.
Good show, Mike.
I'll email and see, because I don't know if Pam's back or not. I hope it'd be nice if she is, to talk about all that stuff she got.
Oh yeah, I know she saw a bunch of stuff.
You
got your Friday show all figured out.
I know. Seriously, just sit back.
And take a nap like you did that once. Did you lay down because you weren't feeling good?
I was so sick that day. I did. I went out into the couch and laid down for 15 minutes during the show.
Ricky and Pam, they got this. I'm just gonna disappear for a few minutes.
I was so sick. All right, I'll see you later.
Man. All right, have a good one. Good night, everyone. Bye.
You guys, bye.